one of the things I'm constantly trying to learn to do is figure out what is the right or the best right hand grip on the pick. Right now, you're seeing me use the one that I use as the standard one, which is the pad of the thumb is on the right below the distal joint of my forefinger, and this actually is fairly unstable. So you see my thumb moving like this a lot when I do triplets. So when I try to do just wrist triplets, I always end up flexing my thumb. Now that gives a different sound. It doesn't necessarily good or bad, but I'm always trying to see if I can do a little bit better, especially since the very good banjo players that I see almost entirely use a hand that doesn't flex at all. And in fact, the McKenna grip, which we've discussed in the past, like this, makes it almost impossible to flex your thumb, because your thumb is already at a maximum flex. And I can't play very well with that, but it sounds something like this. The problem I have with it is that I grip the pick too hard. It's essential that when you're playing any instrument with a pick or a plectrum, that you hold the pick fairly loose, sometimes tightening it up when you're trying to be a little bit louder. And this is virtually every instructor that I've had has said exactly the same thing, both mandolin and banjo. So what I've decided to do, since I play with an open hand like this, it does affect the tone because I have my hand on the head here, was to try to do with a closed fist, actually a just relaxed fist. But you notice my thumb continues to flex like this. So I've taken a page out of the Mike Marshall, Chris Henry method of holding the pick for mandolins, which is to move the pick from the pad of the thumb to the first, or move my thumb to the first joint over the same area, which means that I'm actually extending this thumb, and I try not to flex it. It's still capable of flexing, but not quite as much. Also, it changes the angle that the pick hits the strings a little bit. You notice I'm only using a very small amount of pick coming out of here. This is I think is also essential. But even though when I try this, and I'll show it to you a comparison, I still end up moving my thumb a little bit, but it does sound different. So. Actually, I'm not doing it the way that they recommend. They recommend moving your finger like this, and instead I have it more of a straight down finger, because this locks it entirely, and you don't have to have much strength in it. You can just pull it out. And as Jerry O'Connor says, everybody loses picks, and he really recommends a very loose grip too. So let's see how that works. Try and get the angle right here. Now that's sort of uncomfortable for me, and you notice I still flex my thumb. So what I'm going to do is move back to this sort of a compromise, halfway in between, relax a lot. So the main thing is just try and figure out what pick grip is best for you, and sometimes the one that's uncomfortable initially is going to give you a much better tone. For example, if you just hold it like this, which is a way a lot of people hold it, fingertip pad to fingertip pad, it's very, very flexible, and you may not get a consistent tone. And the more you go closer to a closed fist like this, which you see with a lot of musicians, especially mandolin players, but a very loose closed fist, the less movement you'll see. And then there's always the McKenna grip, which is hard for me because I'm not used to it at all. But it's, again, you do it very loosely. I miss triplets more with this grip than anything else. All right, well that's it for today. Next month I'm going to look at more right hand, and then when we start, then this August of 2012, Jerry O'Connor at the Milwaukee Irish Fest, along with Mick Maloney, Enda Scahill, and a whole host of other really great banjo players. And I'll come back with some more news from there. This is Mike Keys, over and out.